Okay, still in Far Harbor and doing what I can to try to get a handle of what's going on down here in the secret behind Arcadia. I've just returned from the Commonwealth with Nick Valentine, who should be able to open up a door in the Vim factory. Looks like I'm going to need to help Captain Avery as well.
If you ain't armed, you ain't long for this war. Buy my guns now. Avery.
I'll be straight with you. It's never easy to ask anyone on this island for help, much less a stranger. But I've got a responsibility to these people, and I have a job for you, if you're up for it. Besides, I know you're tougher than you look.
What exactly do you need help with?
We get our drinking water from a purifier not far outside of town. We had a bad storm not long before you got here, and it must have damaged the fog condensers that protect the road to the purifier. I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the Mirelurks hit us, and I'm afraid they might have got him, too. I was hoping you might go have a look. If the worst happened, maybe you could get those fog condensers back online. If you're up to it, just head south out of town. It's paying work, of course. I wouldn't ask a stranger to stick their neck out on our behalf, unless I was willing to pay a fair share for it.
Am I gonna need any tools or parts if I have to make these repairs on my own?
The fog condensers need their power modules replaced, but Howard took the only spares we had. Either way, you're gonna have to find him first.
All right, I'll head out there now.
Good. Our water supply won't last much longer.
Okay, so that kind of is a priority. Oh, that doesn't bode well.
Happy time, Spy Bob Crosby. In case you were wondering, it sounds like we haven't heard the last of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Eyewitness reports have them engaged in a firefight with unknown opponents at the ArcJet building here in the Commonwealth. While their motivations aren't entirely clear, I think we can all make some guesses. I think it's safe to say there was some tech they wanted, and they decided to go take it. I know I would. The reports go on to say they made it out in one piece. Presumably, with whatever they were after. Who knows? Maybe now they'll be moving on.
Hey, you mind keeping an eye out for a second?
Let's get back to the music,
diagnostic.
shall we?
Whew. Thanks.
Here's another one
What did I
from
miss?
Betty Hutton. Guys, don't take this personally.
Showing that because that's where I am. Here's the other one. Just to the south. So bowling lane. Here it is. Okay, still in Far Harbor and doing what I can to try to get a handle of what's going on down here and the secret behind Arcadia. I've just returned from the Commonwealth with Nick Valentine, who should be able to open up a door in the Vim factory. Looks like someone tried to make a go of this place.
We don't need to find something in here. That may take a while.
Sweet. Got it. Yes.
So a trapper was in here. Looks like the ghouls tore him apart.
that last number?
Stairs going up and more going down.
Yet another breaking story here in Diamond City, folks. I'll bring you up to Diamond City's own Nick Valentine is reportedly investigating the circumstances surrounding former residents of the West Bank. The man in question hasn't been seen. Now, the whole story may have been fabricated. It's unclear at this time if the boy was being held against his will. Authorities have so far refused to comment on the details. Should you happen to spot the man and you recognize him, don't hesitate to get word to Nick Valentine. And keep that dial tuned to Diamond City Radio for updates on this breaking story. Now we've got pistol packing mama from the record packing daddy named Big Crosby.
Okay.
Gotta record this so I don't forget later. After we closed up for the night, Matt and I split a couple of pictures while cleaning the pin setters. And we got to talking about Thomas. I just can't believe he's gonna be stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. And now, he ain't never gonna have the chance, to pull that perfect game he's been so close to. So it's like 2:45, and we're shooting the balls back up the return. Checking
Must
the
have been the
motors and
hole
all,
it made.
and we get this really good idea. So Thomas's arms still work, so maybe we could use one of them ball returns, but hook it up to a stronger motor and mount it on a board or something. He could launch the balls out of it, and down the lane, it'd be like an awesome bowling gun. Yeah.
That's it. Hell yeah.
Okay, that is just weird. You hear footsteps, and there's one. a small place with a fairly weird weapon. I'm gonna need to drop off some of this stuff. I'll drop it off on the island. Or the smaller island, Longfellow's Island. I'd best do this one first though. It's not too far. Okay, those are repaired. I'll drop off some of the stuff I picked up, including that launcher and those bowling balls. I don't know how much they weigh.
Fair city, girls are so pretty. I first set my eyes on sweet Molly.
Billy Holiday, folks. The smooth sound of Diamond City racing on the road. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Here's a classic from Danny Kaye.
Protect your loved ones.
What are you looking at?
Remember, head south out of town. You'll find the fog condensers along the road. You can't miss them.
Those fog condensers are back online.
Good. Our water supply was starting to get low. Wasn't sure how much longer we could hold out. Did you find Howard?
He died trying to get those condensers fixed. The man is a hero.
Yes. Yes, he is. I'll make sure we remember him as such. Well, I said it was paying work. 200 caps should be enough.
Thanks. Glad I could help you out.
That makes 2 of us. Now, here's your pay. I've got to start making arrangements for Howard. So I'll say goodbye.
Say we get out of here.
Looks like the dock just fell apart. That's a boat. Boat broke apart. Yeah, slightly more than 0%. Okay, he's detected somebody. Is it me or Nick? Doesn't look like it was me though. I saw at least 2 tangos. One of them looked like he went down the stairs. No clear visual. Alright, there he is. Same configuration, same person.
Who do you think actually won the war? Nobody. What's that? Not exactly subtle.
I seem to be off. Time to tear him apart from the inside out. Using pipe guns. It's not going to do much good. They've got a power line.
Here's a strange state of affairs for you folks. Some or all of you may have heard of that old Parsons Asylum. You may stay with me.
I'll find you.
I guess you know about the you think that might be overflowing the craters right now. Something else happened. We may never know for sure. You know
Looks like 3 of them were upstairs.
There's a whole lot of change going on by the Big Bay Bell.
Tools in the shed. Three of them up here somewhere. lobster trap on their head. Alright, so one up there. Still just small arms fire. It's not really a worry. Must be another way up.
Outsider, how much can it take?
That's because he got stuck in the wall. Sometimes enemies do that.
Excellent.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I give that to Nick Valentine. For a shack, it's not too bad. What amounts to little more than a shack. We wouldn't want to stay here too long though. Because the amount of water, if that's radiation. I'm not taking radiation damage because of one of my perks. Oh, here's a different story. Harpoon.
I see it!
Well, this place over here is much better than that boat. It's not in amazing shape. You'd want to build something better than this, but
trouble?
Thanks to Connie Allen for that trip on Rocket 69. It's a two-seater. Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little personal. As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it, I've been pretty terrible. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends, I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks, that's enough sentiment for me. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? Cold Porter, folks. You know them, you love them, and I guarantee the songs will get stuck in your heads. Anything goes.
These storage containers are pretty much useful. Not fancy, but like I said, it's not bad for a nuclear apocalypse. Now to take a look at that artificial intelligence at the Vim factory. I'll travel along the coast to see what I can find out here. That's a lot of radiation there.
Not that it's an option.
Hey,
What's the... Plan.
Simply staggering would be enough. Okay, something bursted out.
Something out there.
Something. Wow. A lot of fragmentation grenade. I mean mines. Ugh. Yeah, there's gonna be one in here. My guess is this one. Or not. There it is. Too inviting to target. And it's already night time. I'm gonna take a look at this section that had fallen into the water, and then I'm gonna head and probably spend the night on our boat, because I'm gonna need to heal all that radiation damage I've received. This simply because I can't heal radiation damage at night. I should start healing now once I'm in sunlight. The healing time is between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. And that is because of this perk right here, which is very useful. I imagine it's going to be required in survival. That means I should have 2 free crits once I've maxed out the crit bar. That's interesting. Resort town. And then water on fire. Radiation's almost fully healed.
That was proudly, folks. Here's a strange state of affairs for you, folks. Some or all of you may have heard of that old Parsons Asylum. You may also have known. Stay away from it. I guess no one told
what happened
the raiders
there.
about that. Word is they attacked it recently. You think that might mean the place is overflowing with raiders right now? Wrong. It's empty. Abandoned. Now, you could have seen they got demonic and bolted. But given how creepy that is, you can't help but you may never know for
Someone should.
Now here's It's a Man by Betty Hutter.
Fangs on that thing. And pouring out radiation like a glowing one. Don't tell me there's a mad scientist experiment down here.
Hey, I thought I saw something.
Several glowing bulbs. This is too much to be a coincidence. Something else is going on.
I thought we were getting along.
Alright, so... Either there's a bomb here somewhere, something that's leaking massive radiation, or something else is going on. think they died in the bombs fell. There's no indication somebody's repaired this place at all, or been here since then. There's radiation. That could just be the fog. A lot of damaged boats. Looks like anyone's been to this island in a long time. Animal. Sounds like a yaguai. Yeah, some yaguai. Second one. One of them. Mutated one is pretty fast. Alright, where's the third one? For that matter, where's Nick Valentine?
And that, folks, was the ink spots.
There's something about this island. You see that many irradiated creatures
Now, folks,
there.
I'm sure you've all seen or heard
Birds are being called
public occurrences.
ghouls. Glowing ghouls. There has to be more to it.
The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all, well, the mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I guess. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the
That
safe
would
side.
be one good reason to not
Well,
come
never
here.
a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. Feeling down? Maybe this will
I
lift
think
your
that's the
spirits.
most
It's
glowing
Bob
ones, or
Crosby
glowing
singing
one
Happy
type
Times.
creatures I've seen in one place. A deer, 3 wolves, and a bear. Well, Yaguai. Another Yaguai. Condition unknown. No, not Yaguai. Another ragstone. Vault. So that's 2 on this island. Third one.
Hey, let me
Oh, oops.
Hey.
do something for you.
Hey, Valentine.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure. Ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. I've just got to deal with that.
Good attitude to have. Not the way I felt. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.